spent so much of my life running from myself. I didn't even know that's what it was. I was running from myself. And no matter where I would run or what I would immerse myself into, I realized that when I got there to the place where I thought would make me happy, there I was, still the same LaJessica, the broken LaJessica, the guilt-ridden LaJessica, the hopeless LaJessica, the shameful LaJessica was still there. And I said, okay, you know what, God, it's time to unpack this, because I don't like the person that I am, and I can't live like this anymore. I don't want to do that, Lord. I know what you said concerning my life, and this is not it. And I had to make a conscious decision to allow God to show me me. Listen, when I tell you that process was so painful, Jesus, was it? For the Lord to show me that I was a liar, I was a manipulator, I was a thief. Oh, Jesus, I was homosexual, I was all the things, y'all. This is why I don't judge people. This is why I'm one of the most down-to-earth and understanding people. Because one day I told the Lord, I said, dang, Father, I think I've committed every sin in the Bible, and then I thought about it and I said, well, except for witchcraft, I never practiced witchcraft. And do you know the Lord humbled me real quick, and he said, rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. Shut me up real quick. And I realized, you all, that I was a wretched soul. But by the grace of God, washing me by the water of his word, so gently, so lovingly, so kindly, giving him permission to show me me, to show me where I had missed the mark, to show me childhood traumas and things that happened to me in my household that impacted my adult life and changed the trajectory of my life, to show me. And you all, that was not easy. That was the most courageous thing I ever did for myself. The most, hands down. And it's still an ongoing process, because the Lord every day is continuing to show me even my righteousness is as filthy, filthy, filthy rags. And still, every single day, the Lord pulls on my heartstrings and tells me about things about myself that I have to take ownership of and face the man in the mirror. And I promise you, once I really yielded my life to the Lord, y'all, when I tell you, things just started moving and shaking, and deliverance started happening, and chains started breaking one after another, and doors started flying open, and the Lord started aligning my life. I mean, just effortlessly. All I had to do was yield myself to the King of Kings, and say, okay, Lord, you know what? I'm going to allow you. I'm going to allow you to do a work in me. Because if I'm honest, y'all, I had tried everything else. I had tried all the drugs. I done had all the sex. I done had sex with men and women. I done did all the things, y'all. I've clubbed, and I've traveled the world, and I've been, I did all the things. All the things. I know what it's like to have and not to have. Okay? Yeah. All the things. And none of those things brought me fulfillment. None of those things filled the void in my heart, in my soul. None of them could. And in fact, the more wretched I became, the larger this hole was. And I had to come to the revelation that that was a God-sized hole in my heart, and couldn't nobody cure that thing but God. Nobody could cure that thing and fill that void but God. But here's the caveat. The Lord was standing at the door of my heart and knocking faithfully. LaJessica, I'm here. You ready? I have freedom for you. I have joy available. Peace can be your portion with me. You don't have to run any longer. Let's go ahead and let me bear some of those burdens that you have. He was knocking like a gentleman. And do you know that until I gave him permission to come not only into my heart, but I gave him permission to access my soul and take me through, that I was still bound? And deliverance is progressive, because there were times where we would reach almost like a halt in the process, because the Lord would say, okay, now it's time for us to work on this area right here. Can I touch it? Like, Lord, we're not going there. Nope. No, we're not going to talk about that right now, Lord. We're not going to deal with that area. I'm not revisiting that trauma. Oh Lord, that heartbreak. It took me a while to compartmentalize that and tuck that away to where I didn't even think about it anymore. And you want to unearth that thing? No, thank you. And you know, the Lord being such a gentleman, He waited. He waited, and He continued to love on me day after day, showing me that I could trust Him with my vulnerabilities. Yeah. That I could trust Him with the trauma. I could trust Him with the pain. That I could trust Him with the depths of my heart. And the more I learned that I could trust God with the things I didn't want anyone to know, the pain I didn't want to relive, the more I saw that the Lord would not throw those things back up in my face and make me feel like a failure or hopeless, the more that I saw that I could trust Him, the more the walls just came tumbling down. And Jesus, my God, is a healer. When I tell you, we serve such a deliverer, and He is a gentleman. He is such a gentleman, y'all. God will never force you to do anything. And some of you, the Lord has been standing at the door of your heart, saying, I see your wretchedness. I see your brokenness. I see the pain. I see the trauma. I see the wickedness in you. And I'm here to walk you through it. But He's waiting for you to give Him permission to do so. And if you can't trust anybody with your brokenness, I'm here to tell you that you can trust God. Smash that follow button. Love y'all.